Multisoft Virtual Academy, with over 21 years of experience, offers 1,500 plus courses, partners with 10K plus experts, serves 2,000 plus corporates, has trained 1 million plus individuals, and earning a 4.5-star rating. Here we share the overview, benefits, and facts.
Okay, so this is a work order application. Randomly, I've just picked up work order, okay? And I am going to press enter. Okay, now let me just pick up this record. Just clicking on the first one. Okay. And then, do you know how to know what is the text box or the attribute name in the database of the text box which you can see on your screen? Are you aware about it? Okay, so this is DB. DB is nothing but database.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is Maximo. Maximo is mostly in blue color. Okay, I have used smart blue. Okay, so my night mode is on in my system. Okay, that's the reason why. So I can't exactly pick up the color. You know, night mode. So so I'm going to pick up a wrong color. Let's just keep it that way. This is Maximo. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now what happens is, just don't try to pick up this from this screens. Okay, just try to understand it, what I'm trying to state.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, because the diagram is not something which is relevant. It's the understanding which you're going to get over this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now this is nothing but Maximo UI. Okay, UI means user interface. So a user interface will send the request. Okay, will send the request to search something into the database, and the database will revert back with the information and show that on the screen. Okay, in this example, we are using work order or work. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so to do that, first thing is you look into the system and see how to know which data we are opening. This is the object. This is the attribute. Okay.
Okay.
The database will always have a table formation. Table formation, I mean to say that the data will always be like this. An Excel sheet sort of a thing, okay, in which you'll have headers at the top. These are nothing but headers. Okay. Okay. Over here, it might be, let's just say that Vonam. We just picked up Vonam. Okay. Okay. Then this might be site ID. Okay, and etc. Okay, etc. Okay,
Okay.
and with this you are going to have information of all the records. Okay, record number 1. So
Yes.
rows you need to understand is the records. Columns is the attributes which are there. Now if you look on the UI, these are nothing but attributes,
Okay. Yes.
and these are nothing but records. So these are rows, okay,
Yes. Rose.
and these are columns. Like we
Yes.
just had site, so this is a column. Work order, this is a column. Records is the data for 1022, 1000, like that. Okay,
Yes.
understandable or not? Okay,
Yes. I understand. Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So Maximo database is nothing but a combination of. So this is a table.
Yes.
Work order is a table, and
Mm.
VONUM is an
Yes.
attribute.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So
Okay.
this particular VONUM data is being mapped from here, and this entire set is a table. Table name is work order.
Yes. Okay.
On the backend, I'll run this query and I'll try to give you the same output which we can see over here. Okay.
Okay.
So to get the entire set of data, what we are going to do? We are going to select in the database. Remember this, to fetch the data in the database, we are going to have the syntax of select. What do we need to select? All the records. All the records means star. From where we need to select it? From where? From work order. We just talked about work order, right?
Yes.
So select everything from work order. That's what we are writing. We are going to execute this query. You can see the same amount of data will be fetched 1022, 1022. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 1022. Now let me open this and I'll pick up the specific record. Which record? Where VONUM is equals to 1022. Okay,
Okay.
this is the record 1022. Okay, on UI 1022. Okay, now status is WSSCH. That means waiting for schedule.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
don't go on the functional aspects as of now. You are dealing with a database class right now, so just focus on that. Okay,
Yes. 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 I understand.
so you can see for from the work order table with the VONUM equals to 1022, we have site as Bedford, site ID. Basically this is nothing but at the backend this is work order dot site ID. So the site ID is Bedford and status is waiting for schedule. Status on the backend is status only. Okay, STATUS. Okay, now we'll see this VONUM 1022, correct? Status waiting for schedule, correct? We just picked up another one, that is there are two aspects of a software, not just Maximo. Every software will consist of, one is UI. You must have heard this term UI,
User
user
interface.
interface. Okay,
Yes.
another one is database. So every phone which we are using, okay, will have
Yes.
some database.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that database is going to provide us the amount of storage which this phone is going to have. It might be 256,
Mm. GB.
512
Yes.
GB. Okay,
Yeah.
gigabytes. Good. Or if you are rich enough, then you are going to get a 7. Okay.
Okay.
So the more storage we are going to have, the more data we are going to capture.
Yes.
What is that data? That data might be the number of phone numbers which you are going to save, the number of messages which you are going to receive, the number of videos which you are going to capture, or you are going to receive it on WhatsApp or any social media uh, software or application. Okay.
Application. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are going to capture images on your camera
Yes.
of your phone. Okay.
Phone.
You're going to
Yeah.
take selfies. That is going to get stored inside this database.
Database. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So same 7200
Yes.
for work order number 7200. What's the status? Status is Wapper. That means waiting for approval. Site is Bedford. Site is Bedford. Status is waiting for approval. Let's just see what is this field. This field is description. Let me just copy this description field and put it over here so that we can match. Are we mapping the correct information or not? We are mapping the correct information. See, construction phase 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
do you have the understanding that all this data which is being shown over here, if I replace this by all the information that is
Yes.
for this particular record and replace it with a star, entire set of information will be exactly match. Like
Yes.
29th of September 1998, 23rd of September 1998, 23rd of September 1998. You getting my point? 10 o'clock, that is 2200 hours. Exactly the same information work in every software. The UI has to be formed from UI. Okay. You can create delete or update records. Okay, but if you need to create a DB, that is database, then you need to use other softwares. That softwares may be MS SQL. Okay, this is for others. Okay, not for Maximo, for other tools.
Okay.
Okay,
We're using
MS SQL, Oracle,
Oracle.
that is known as stored for other data. Now for Maximo, database, you just need to connect. You just need to
Connect
to DB of Maximo. So there is a database which is going to come in. You need to connect it, and creation, deletion, update, database optimization. I'll tell you what is that. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have the access to in your environment system configuration. Okay. because you are not a Max admin, Max
Yes,
administrator.
yes, I'm not
Once
the
you are yeah, if you are going to be Max admin, then you are going to get the access to database.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Yes,
and once you are going to get the access to database, you can see system configuration. Okay,
yes, okay.
system configuration is nothing but modules. Okay, like integration have these many applications, object structures, publish channels, innovation channel, enterprise services, web service libraries, endpoints, external systems, integration modules, launching contacts, message tracking. These are nothing but applications.
Yes,
In Maximo, these are the modules and these are the applications. Collection of applications is known as modules. So in this particular module,
okay,
in migration modules, the changes which we are going to implement, okay,
migration.
changes which we are going to implement will be migrated to the next. This is a collection of modules,
Oh,
not
yes.
an application. So what we are going to say, this is a module, these are sub modules.
Mm-mm.
Okay, modules, sub modules, because they are also a collection of applications. Am I correct or not?
Yes, yes.
So platform configuration is not a module, it's a sub module. In platform configuration, we have database configuration. Okay, and
Okay,
over here you'll see that term object has been written. Okay, so this object is nothing but a list. These object names are nothing but a list of tables. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to open this work order
yeah,
object dot table.
okay.
Don't focus over here as of now. I'm going to explain you these things. Let me just focus on attributes.
Attributes. Okay. Oh,
What are these attributes? These are columns.
yeah, the
Okay,
column.
these are columns. We just ran a query where we are fetching
Mm-mm.
Onam. Okay,
Order number.
and in Onam, like with Onam, we were fetching Onam, description, status, site ID. Okay, which one do
Mm-mm.
you want me to copy? Let me just copy description. I'll copy it, and this is the filter. I'll click on filter and I'll paste this description and I'll enter, and I'll find that there is attribute with the name description.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
now understand, this is not going to be what should I say, um, store any information on
Mm-mm.
the UI. It is only going to display the information. That means that this is the structure of that attribute.
Yeah.
Okay, this is that structure of that attribute. That means that what sort of a type this description is going to hold. This is going to hold ALN. Do you have any idea what is ALN? ALN is alphanumeric. ALN, let me search it. Alphanumeric. In
Okay.
description field, you can have alphabets as well as numerals. Alphanumeric stands for a mixture of alphabets and numerals. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, you can write everything in this
Mm,
field.
okay.
So the way we can create attributes or columns in a table, that is work order object.
Yes.
Similar way we can,
Okay.
in this scenario, new record, new object. Okay, this new button. This
Mm-mm.
button will have a different look and feel in your environment. So these are the list of attributes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Attachments.
okay, and this is nothing but the setup of an object. Okay, now you need to understand one important concept right now, that why these tables are known as objects.
Okay.
Okay, Maximo's database as a whole is consist of database plus code. Okay, this is Maximo. This is its data. Okay,
Okay.
and this part which we can see, this part which you can see, okay,
Yeah.
is code. Which code?
Code.
Java code.
Mm.
Okay, which code? Java.
Java code.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, this is all nothing but Java. And tables, we'll dig into these classes once we are going to start covering customization. Okay,
Okay.
but the course which you have requested does not need much technical insight about this. Okay,
Yes.
okay, now let's just see that if we are going to create these objects, and in database configuration, this is nothing but storing an information. Am I correct or not? This
Yes.
itself is an information which is coming in. From where this is coming in? Is coming from max object CFG configuration. Max object CFG configuration table. I'll run this. So you'll find these are the list of objects in Maximo. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, these are the list of objects in Maximo. What are these objects? Let me just pick up one, like inventory. You have used this term initially. Inventory is an object.
Okay.
So you can see inventory table. Okay, what data is storing? Bin number. Okay, average cost, average item cost. Okay,
Okay.
it will store the location as well. It will store the cost type, cost date, current balance of that particular inventory. Okay, these are the information it is going to be storing.
Yes.
Okay,
Attributes. Yes.
okay, item number. We must have heard these terms because you're in a plant. You don't understand these concepts, but you know that in inventory there will be an item that will be stored in a location, and these are nothing but a setup of that particular information. So that functionality which you are going to achieve is going through that code which has been written in this class, and the data which you are going to store has been written like this. Understandable or not?
Yes, I understand. Yes.
And with this information also, there will be an out of the box class, that is this one. Those classes are known as field level or attribute level classes. Okay,
Yes.
So there can be different kind of attributes. Okay, the ones which will be stored in the database, there are many which will not be stored in the database. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How you are going to define that on the UI? Where the attribute persistent has been checked. This checkbox is checked. Okay.
Yeah.
Now once you click Alt F1, you not only get the object name and attribute name, you'll also get the information about that attribute. Like when checked indicates that this attribute for a persistent view or table is saved to the database.
Okay.
Understood or not?
Yes, understand.
Okay, is saved in the database.
Yeah.
When it is not checked,
That's.
okay, then it is not going to be stored.
Okay.
Okay, and that is going to be known as non-persistent attribute, like new cost type. Okay, so this order quantity is persistent, and this new cost type is non-persistent because this checkbox is not being checked. So let's just keep this as an example and check whether we are getting the data against these attributes or not. Okay,
Okay.
one is this one. This is the object name. Another information is this attribute which is not storing the data. That means it is non-persistent. Another one is this quantity that is persistent, order quantity that is persistent. And now, okay, that will be there on the item master. Okay, that particular field will be there on the item master. Okay, yes, I've opened the inventory. That is the correct data. Okay, so from here we can check the current balance, the last order quantity that is going to be in item master. Okay, so this current balance, let's just see whether this is a field which is there in the database. Verbal total. Okay, that is also not there. That means that if we go, okay, site is there. Let me see. Site is there. Site is fleet. Okay, site is there. Okay, site is there for where the item num is equals to, what is the item number? 11707041. 041 Fleet, Bedford, and okay, so it does exist in 3 sites. Okay, so I'll explain in that concept. This is a tricky example which you picked up, but because you randomly picked up an example. Okay, so it has a functional thing that needs to be explained to you first. So I'll go to database configuration. I'll go to inventory object. So I just explained you that this is nothing but a mixture of database
Yeah.
as well as code. Now this code is nothing but a Java structure. In Java structure we have objects. Those are Java objects, which in Maximo has been defined as objects. Those objects are a combination of both table as well as Java objects. So if they have either one of them, if they have a table structure, then Java object structure has to be there. But there may be a scenario that the table structure or the table attributes are not there, but the code has to be there. Code is the mandatory aspect of this piece. Okay, over here. Does it have an existence at this level? No, it does not have an existence over here. Okay, But if we'll pick up any other attribute, item number field will have a structure at this level, okay,
Okay.
and at this level. That means that there will be code structure as well as table structure. So these both will be interacting with each other. Okay. Okay. So if you'll start to learn these concepts or understand Maximo on your own, it will take at least 2 years to learn this concept.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Because initially when I started a few decades back almost, this has never been defined on YouTube or any sort of thing. Okay, they are only books which are there. At least 100 page of explanation is going to explain you this concept. Okay, this concept is known as persistent, and interview questions means the questions which are going to be asked if you're going to switch in Maximo, if you're going to change your job in Maximo company. Now there are other points as well, like what are the types of that particular data. Okay, what are the types of that particular data, why that data exists. Now with every little information you are going to get a new concept introduced. Okay, so let's just keep it going from one text box to another. First thing is, this is a description, this is a title. So this title is going to be available. Okay, this title is going to be available on the text box on the UI. Against that particular text box, this will be displayed, and this description will be available once you are going to click Alt F1. Okay, let me just show you. Like if I'll go, which application do you want me to go? I'm going back to work order because we started with work order. Let's just keep it that way. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just randomly pick any work order number. Okay. And I'll go this against failure class. Okay. And I'll go and press Alt F1. And I can see that on the UI it is showing as failure class. Failure class. So this is the title. This is the description. So this is the concept of title and description.
Description. Oh.
Okay, type of attributes. You can see that this is act finish. What is this act finish? Actual finish.
Yeah.
Actual finish. Okay.
Okay.
What does this do? Date and time the actual work order was completed. That means that there might be an estimated amount of time, targeted time, but we are capturing the actual time at the moment it was being completed. So if we are covering time, so what does that entity is? Is that a numeric numeric value? No. You can't define hours in a numeric value. It has to be in a format of date and time.
Date and time.
Okay. Like there might be only time field, but that will define the specific time from 24 hours. But if we wanted to pick up on that date at that time, so date and time is the concept.
Date and time.
So these are the type of attributes that it can be, that it may be. Okay. There are 20 kind of attributes. Integer value, only numeric, without decimals. Duration, that will be in hours. Decimal values, that will be numeric. Not just integer. Integer will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decimal will be 1, 1.4. I hope that you understand. You are aware about it.
Yes.
General ledger is the account information. GL account.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Character large object, that is going to be something which is humongous in nature. Like just keep it that way, that we are in like an entire XML. If we are going to store, that will be of 100 of lines. So that is going to be converted into CLOP concept. So that character large object is a database concept. Okay. Now, alphanumeric lowercase values. That means lower is a type in which we are going to store alphanumeric values, but in lowercase. Like we are writing object name as work order all in caps. All caps, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Well,
this is the work order table, that is in camel case. It does have is capital also, small also. In lower sort of a data type, we are going to store this only in small letters. All those things which has been written will be stored in small letters. Date,
yes.
it will only store date,
Date. Only date.
only date, not time
So,
of that particular date.
mm-mm.
Uppercase will only store the data in an uppercase format. You must have seen some attributes in Maximo where you are typing them in small letters, but they are coming in capital. Okay, that is happening because that particular attribute has been defined in a type of uppercase. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Time, I have just explained it to you. Float
Yeah.
is another integer value, but it is not in a small letter. It can be n number of decimal values.
The float.
Okay. Yeah. Float is a big decimal value. Okay. Integer, big numeric value.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, yawn. Are you
Yes.
aware about binary numbers?
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with this. Yarn.
Okay. So, binary number is a concept in which we store the value in a
Yes or no only.
0 and 1 format. So a yawn will store the value either in y or n or in 0 and 1.
Yes, okay. 0 or 1 or yes or no. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what is a yawn attribute? Like this is a yawn attribute. Is it persistent? Question mark. Yes. Yes. So it
Yes.
will be stored at y. If it is not persistent, then it will be stored as n. Like positive? No. N will be stored. So all those check boxes are yawn type.
Yarn type. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All these now scale and length. Let's just say that we are going to put a decimal value. Okay. What is the length of the storage? Okay. If we have a text box alphanumeric value and we want only 10 attributes or 10 characters should be stored over here, then we are going to define predefined or default value, that is 10 characters. But we want 100 to be stored, we are going to define the length as 100. So this is going to be a bit. Okay, so it is going to store more data. And long description and big integer, we can have the length as this big, something like that. Okay. Now, if it is a decimal value 1.52, so 1 point will be the scale. After pointer, how many values you wanted to store, that is going to be the scale. The length will be before decimal, after decimal, that will be the scale. Let's just say that I wanted to store only 2 decimal values, 1.32, 1.52. If I write 1.532, then it is only going to show me 1.53 because I'm going to define scale as 2. If I want the values after decimal will be 10, 10 characters will be there. So I'm going to increase the scale. Domain is nothing but a value list. Like if I'll click the type, and I want multiple types to be picked up by the user. Like user wanted to define something over here, but it does not know what value I need to pick up. So the list of values that needs to be picked up are nothing but this value list. Wherever this magnifying glass, this select value has been picked up, a domain will be used. Okay. So I'll explain it to you auto key. Once I'm going to explain you this concept, that is can auto number. Okay. But all you need to understand is default value is the concept of that particular attribute that is going to give you a default number or default value. Okay, like there's a attribute, okay, where you want a default value to be fetched. Like if there is a person or a username, then the username of that user which has been defined at the top, okay, that has to be picked up. That has to be picked up like username max admin. That has to be picked up on the work order. So we are going to define default value and username. Between, instead of auto key, we are going to have username. Now, if we are going to create a new work order number, that numbering is happening automatically. We are not defining a row number. That row number is auto numbering. If now here is a required checkbox, there are some fields in every application. If will not be stored, that record will not be saved. How you are going to save that record? By clicking on this save button, and you will see that if I'm going to save it, it is going to give me this information is not filled or something sort of an error. Correct? So those are the required fields, and against every required field there is going to be a star symbol.
Yes.
Star symbol. Okay.
Okay.
Star symbol. See.
Okay.
So these are the values which are mandatory. So in database, those are required. So if it is checked as required, that means that this is mandatory. When checked, indicates that the value is required in this field.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see another attribute as status. I just change the value of this field to be required to not required. That means that I've just changed something on that record. So whenever I'm going to change something in this structure, then Maximo is going to pick up status as change of this structure.
Okay.
And if it is going to be changed, then it needs to be saved. And for saving, we are going to have apply configuration. And for that, we need to have max admin mode on.